Hi guys, welcome back to Northern Line Junction. Now you join me on a little mini series regarding one Micro North exhibition. There'll be a poster pop up now, which is literally, if we're thinking of what's the date today, the first. It's a week today. Well, less than a week because I have to have it finished by Friday. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting one, but it's going to be a mini series on a micro layout that I'm building. So we're just going to get straight into it because there's no time to lose. Right, okay. So you join me in the kitchen, a bit of a random place to build a layout, but I've got in front of me a layout that I've built from a kit, a scale model scenery kit. It's like a micro layout kit. I'll show you in a second, and I'll put a link down below. I can't remember exactly how big it was. Oh no, I thought I had it described there. I can't remember how big it was, but I'll put it up on the screen what size it was. But I'm just going to get straight into it. I'm just going to show you what I'm working with. So this is the layout. It's not the biggest, but it's absolutely perfect for what I need in terms of a micro layout. Like I say, I'll put it up on screen at the sizes. But what I'm going to do in this episode, I think, is if we can get the track down wired in and then not laid live, I think that'll be a great start. And then going into the second episode, I'll be able to start cracking on with the scenery. But I think first things first, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through some of the stuff that I've got for the layout because I'm up against time. I haven't really got the time to really start kit bashing and building sort of buildings and stuff for it. Not that I'm a genius and an expert in building buildings, but I will like to give it a go at some point. But yeah, we're going to crack straight on, and I'm going to show you exactly what I've got. Right, so the first thing on the list, and I've just basically got these when I've been out places and I've seen them in shops. So it's all a bit of a mix and match. But the first thing I've picked up is this. It's a Scaledale model of a little coal sort of booth. It was literally a fiver, and it's absolutely perfect for what I need. Weathered, it looks quite nice, and for a fiver, it's an absolute bargain. So I picked that up. The next thing I picked up is this scene craft item. Now, this was also a fiver from the same shop. It was actually the shop Dave Edge at Gromont in the North Yorkshire Railway. So big thanks for the good prices there, Dave. But this is also another little scene craft item, and I'm not quite sure what to do with it yet, whether it's going to look good on this layout or not, but I'm going to give it like a little shunter's mess or a little heritage building for volunteers to sit in and have a cup of tea or something. I did forget to mention that this is going to be like an heritage railway stop, so it's going to be where locals could like coal up or water up or whatever, sort of off, not the main line, but you know what I mean, the main line of the heritage railway. So it's just going to be like a little offshoot rundown, and I had the idea of it sort of resembling something in the Lake District, but it's totally fictitious. But we're going to move on. The main attraction I think that I bought, and I got it with a voucher from Uncle and Auntie for my birthday, is this Bachman Scene Craft shed, which I think, I don't know, don't tell me what you think. I think it looks the part. It's a really cool item, obviously really well built, and yeah, I think that'll look really good on the layout. So the next thing I did actually spend a little bit of money on, and I just want to give a big shout out to Bunter's Yard, because he's done a fantastic job. Now, I didn't get any discount. I don't get anything for saying this, but I truly think some of the stuff that he's doing in there, and I've actually got more stuff I'll go and get and show you in a second. It's just fantastic, and I'll leave a link. Bunter's Yards, thank you for doing this. But this is a little bridge that's going to separate the off-scene section. And I asked him, would he do some scenery on the top? And he's made it look like mud and sort of like a run-down path. Now, obviously I've paid for this and I'm not getting any discount, but I really want to say how unreal it looks. He really is a master at weathering, I think, and the detail on it looks really great. It also comes with 4 of these little sort of like retaining walls that you see on tunnel mouths and stuff. Now you get 4, I only need 2, but I'll probably utilise them somehow in another layout or on this one. But I'm just going to nip in the other room because I forgot that the other Bunter's Yard stuff, and we'll go through that quickly. Right, I'm back. So the next things I want to go through, this is also from Bunter's Yard, is I just wanted to get some scenery items. And the first thing I got, because I just thought they looked mint, is this. Now, I don't know if it's going to focus. It's trying to focus on my face. It's a little biffer bin, which I think is class. It'll look really good. You always see these on heritage railways, so I'll pick that up. What else did I get? I also got, I got it actually weathered up as well. I don't know if you know what this is, but it's a sleeper retaining wall. Now, this is going to be a bit hilly, so I thought, what better way than to have just a complete slant is to have a retaining wall in there. Although it's not the longest of things, so I might have to do some jigging, but that was on my fault on my behalf. I also got some little pallets there that are pre-painted and weathered. I also bought some of these portable toilets. I'll get one out because these are really cool as well. He's got so many good stuff on there. Honestly, I highly recommend you checking out his shop. Type in Bunter's Yard on Google, you'll find it, but I will leave a link. I don't know if that's going to focus or not. Yeah, so yeah, really cool. So I like that. You get 3 of them. I think they're like a tenner, but they're like solid. And like I say, really well painted and really well detailed. What else did I get? I got a load of oil drums, because Heritage Railway, you're going to see them. I don't even know if you're going to pick this up, so it's so small. But I got a load of oil drums as well. So yeah, I got quite a bit of stuff from Bunter's Yard, really well put together stuff. He's literally, him and Birch at Rusty Rails are the only place I'd go for 3D printed stuff, because Birch's stuff is unbelievable. I've actually had the pleasure to go down and meet him in person and see his studio where he builds and makes everything, and his attention to detail is unbelievable. Which I've actually got stuff not for this layout, but for the modern era layout that I'm building, Leslie Road TMD, which I'll show you in a later video. So yeah, Rusty Rails, unbelievable. I'll leave a link just because he's a cool guy. I'd class him as a sort of a friend now we've met. Whether he feels the same way, I don't know. And then also Bunter's Yard, both unbelievable places to pick up 3D printed stuff. But I'm sure there's other great places as well. But anyway, I'm not gonna do like a little what's the word I'm looking for? Sort of video of me trying to work out what I'm going to do with the track. It's going to be a very simple track plan. I'm just going to cut this and come back to when I've got something that I like the look of. So be right back. Right, okay. So I think this is going to be the track plan. It is super simple. I also forgot to mention this buffer stop is also from Bunty's Yard, pre-painted, and I think he does like a load of different ones, but I think they are really effective. But yeah, this is going to be the track plan, something along these lines. Very simple. Don't even need a point motor because the switches in there I can use my fingers or some sort of rodding system, so I'm not even going to bother with that. It is going to be DCC. I've also got, if I can find them, 2 seconds, I know you're just looking at nothing. I also picked these up from, I can't remember where they're from. Does it say on them? Terrible with names. Model Tech, that was it. So I picked these up from Model Tech. So they're basically I say so much, but you basically, I'm doing it again now, I'm conscious of myself. You basically solder them to the bottom of the track, and then you can cut them, because obviously this board here is separate. This is the back seam. So, not back seam, sorry, the fiddle yard, which is just going to be one track, because it's literally just going to have locals running in and out, and maybe the odd one with like a coal wagon or some sort. So I think I'm going to move on now and get this track soldered up and wired and glued down, so then we can move on and get onto the scenery as quick as we can, because like I say, it shouldn't take too long. It is a Code 75 bullet track that I'm using, so you don't even need, normally on certain track you used to have 2 plastic rail joiners, and then obviously two aluminium, I think they are, fish plates, but you don't need it with these. They can be all metal, and purely because this little section here where the frog is, there's a little bit of plastic, tiny little bit where it's hardly noticeable, so you can literally just don't need to put them in. So I just thought I'd bring that up. But anyway, I'm going to crack on now, because one, my dog, hi lot, she needs to go out, so I'm going to crack on and let her out and go in the garage and get my soldering iron. Okay, so I've now got the track laid, and as you can see, it's a very simple track plan. I haven't wired it in yet, but I think less is more when it comes to micro layouts, in my opinion. Now I've soldered 2 of the droppers, red and black. I always do red to the front, black to back, and then that always keeps me in the right, so we don't have like cross polarity or anything like that. But I think it's looking good. I've managed to solder on these, so they're soldered on, and then I've got one right there, so that is pretty bang on. So now I've been testing with this little camping coach that I bought, because I thought it looked pretty cool, and you rarely see them, so I got that off at eBay for a bargain. But yeah, it's looking pretty good. I mean, it's very basic, and at the minute it's just a bit of track on a board, so you'll have to use your imagination and obviously come back and watch the scenery part. But yeah, I'm going to continue to get this wired up now, and before the end of this video we might have a train running. Right, I've going to call it a day on today. I don't know if you can see, but it is pitch black outside. I've been on and off with doing the layout, just because I was sort of gluing the track down, so that's in place. I've got to wire in this point motor, but I need a sort of like, I'll show you. Where is it? So I use DCC Concepts IP Digitals, and as you can see, when it's flat on the floor, it's too big. But what you can do is you can mount them like that and get a right angle, like sort of bracket So when it's mounted like that, when it goes up and down, it actually pushes it left and right. So I've just ordered them now, next day delivery, but obviously it's Saturday and I'm gone with DCC automation, and then it'll open this weekend, so should be with me Tuesday, but I should be all right. I've drilled the hole, so it's just a case of popping it in and quickly wiring it in. So as long as that comes before Friday, I should be good and I can crack on with the scenery. But like I said, what I wanted to do was actually get something moving. So this is a J69 by Curious Girl. I've only got this one track wired in because I can't lift the underneath up and actually wire the rest in. I've just got these two wires popping out. But as you can see, it just run. I mean, it would be a bit scary if it didn't, just purely on the basis of it's one piece of track, so we'd be having some serious problems. But yeah, it's a lovely model. But I think that's going to be it. I mean, I don't know if you can see, I've also, if I just pan it round, I've also drilled the gap in there, so that's done. I'll actually just take this off so it's easier. So that's done. I'm just gluing in the copper sleepers, so that's all done. And then yeah, it's getting there. So I'm just going to leave it where we are for today. I'm probably going to be working on this every single night now until it's done, because the scenery will be a big thing. The track work and the wiring wasn't too difficult. It just takes time with letting the glue settle. I didn't have copy decks with me, so I ran out, and I should have checked, to be honest, but I used just your PVA glue, but obviously it takes a bit longer to dry and stuff. But yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there. But anyway, I'm going to call it here. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Even though I'm doing something every day, I'll be recording it, but I won't bring the video out I won't be bringing the video out every day. I'll be gradually bringing them out every week or so. Because I don't really have time to edit. I'll have time to edit this one and get this on out tomorrow, which is Sunday. But yeah, this is as far as I'm going to go. But thanks for watching, guys. And like I say, yeah, I look forward to seeing you and speaking to you in the next one in the comments. So if you've got any questions or queries, yeah, drop them in the comments. I always do my best to reply to every of them. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Catch you in the next one. I just wanted to add something. Obviously, I brought that video out about the bullying and that, and I had some really good responses. It didn't do many views, which I didn't think it would anyway, because why would people want to sit and watch me talking about bullying and stuff? But to the people that watched it, like I say, spread the word, and yeah, let's just keep this going and make it a positive place. One thing I would like to know is, don't forget Monday, 6 o'clock, we're going to push a load of positivity, get as many posts out there on Facebook and just flood it. I think it'll be a really good thing. So just bear that in mind, guys, and I hope you see a load of good posts on Monday. I think it'll be brilliant to see, and I think it'll be good for the hobby. But yeah, catch you later, guys. Bye.